Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all having a great day, or at least a great start of your week. It's been a while since I've made a video, and thought right now would be a good time to do so. The market has been going up lately. If you look down here, you can see where my portfolio used to be, or excuse me, this shows you where the percentage of my portfolio, meaning right now it's up 18.22% total, the whole portfolio. Um, so, the reason I want to make this video today was to discuss how to protect. Now, a while back, a few months back, I was out at the beach one day and we had a rally. And my portfolio shot up to like, I believe it was like 25, 26% total. I'm sitting out on the beach. So, what I want to try to do is show you how to protect these type of gains. So what I mean by that, I'll give you an example. Look at like MRO right now. I bought into this, I believe it was last week, or maybe the week prior. I don't remember exactly, somewhere around there. It's only been a couple of weeks. I bought 185 shares, and since then it's gone up 33%. Now, the market could go back down. It might keep going up. If it goes back down, all right, I would like to sell MRO, keep the gains that I've made, and if MRO goes back down to, say it goes down to 10% or 5% or zero or even negative, I don't care, whatever. When it looks like MRO is bottomed out again, I'm going to buy back into it. So, how do I do this? Because I don't have time to sit here and babysit this all day long. Okay, so what you do is if you've purchased a stock or an ETF and you want to protect the gain that you have, all right, you're going to go over to your brokerage account and you're going to place a type of sell. Now, I'm not looking to sell it right now, but what I want to do is if it drops below a certain value, I want to sell it. Okay, so MRO, pick it. So when I look at this, what this tells me is I'm looking at the wrong account. I have two different accounts. I have an individual account and I have an old 401k that I rolled over into an IRA. So I need to look at my rollover IRA, and this shows me the 185 shares that I have. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a sell, but I'm placing a special type of sell, and it's called I'm placing a sell stop. Some people call it a stop limit, and all that. It just depends on the brokerage firm. They have different names. But if you're not certain, like right here at least on Schwab, I can click on this little question mark and it gives me the different definitions of the different order types. So you want to figure out what terminology they're using and then utilize it. So I'm putting in the 185 shares, and it shows you down here it last traded at 685. So what I want to do is I want to if it you got to be careful with this. Is where you have to decide basically how much do you want to lose from where you're at right now. All right, I use a rule of thumb of 5%, but that's me. Maybe you're more riskier. Maybe you want to go 10%. Maybe you're. What you don't want to do is you don't want to get caught up in what I call oscillation. Oscillation just means the stock throughout the day, it's going to go up and go down, go up and go down a little bit. But what you're trying to catch is if all of a sudden there's a market correction, and say that MRO, because right now, going back here, as we said, or sorry, let me look over here, I've gained 30%, almost 31% on this one particular stock. So what I want to do is I want to protect it from losing more than 5%. Okay, so if I take the current price now, not what I paid for, but where it's at right now, so if I take the 685 and if I subtract 5%, okay, that puts me right at, if you want to round it off, 651. So as I showed you earlier here, I chose the symbol, I chose sell, I put in the amount of quantity that I want to protect, I put a stop on the order type, and when it did, this little box down here popped up. And here I'm going to enter in 651. So what does this mean? I'm going to review it and then I'll save it. If the market price drops below 651, then it's going to initiate a market order. It's going to sell, a sell market order. Okay? So then what that means is if the price drops below 651, automatically it's going to sell my shares. Okay? Effectively, if it happens fast enough, and it should, I should gain about 25%, which isn't bad for a week or two, right? I mean, think about how long it takes you to make 2% or something at your savings account at your bank, right? I don't even think it's that high anymore. So the point being here is I don't have to babysit this. There's peace of mind. Oh, the other thing I want to point out is the timing factor. If I was just worried about today, I could just do day only. If I just want to set it up, again, this is Schwab. Your brokerage house probably has something similar, but this order is good until I cancel it. That's what I'm going to choose. So it shows me that if I sell the stock at the estimated price here, this is what the sell will be. I'm just watching the percentages. When you're tracking stocks, you want to watch and you want to track. You want to keep your eye focused on the percentage. All right, if you have $100 stock and it goes up $1, and if you have a $10 stock and it goes up $1, one of them just went up a lot more than the other. You know, do the math, you can figure it out. If you understand percentages, you know, if the $100 stock went up 1%, the $10 stock went up 10%. So your gain's much higher in that scenario. So anyhow, back to the focus here. So once I've set this up, review it, it's going to show me the same thing I just did. Alright, I must have something set up on MRO already. Okay, so apparently I've got MRO set up to, I've set a sell on it. I've got to go cancel it. So let me clear this out. Oh well, bad example. Anyhow, I have to go back and see what I've got preset on this. I've been doing a lot of things lately, and I haven't been keeping my eye on it like I should, I guess. So the point being is that if I had nothing set up for it and I went to do it, that would end up, I would have reviewed it, I would have approved it, and then typically you can look over at like your orders. Okay. Yeah, let me see. I can actually see yeah, see, I've got it set up where if it hits 650, oh, I already had it set up. Okay. I guess I did this last night. I got a little carried away and I didn't keep track of it. But anyhow, what you see here is I set up the stop sell at 650. So showing you exactly what I just did. And we can view this. I'm sorry, that's something else. Let me close that. But anyhow, the point being is when you go and look at your orders, you're going to see something like this. So what it shows you is I got MRO. I set it up to sell 185 shares. The stop I put at 650, which is good. Yeah, I was gonna go 651, but whatever, 1 cent's not gonna make or break me. And and it is it now. When you do that, when you set that up, choose the good until cancel. It's normally for a time frame. I believe with Schwab, it's like 60 days or something like that. So you see here, it's good until 2/05 of 2021. So yeah, I think I set this up last night if I remember right. So I spent a little time going through my portfolio. But anyhow, so you see what I'm. The reason I did this is now this is protected. I just didn't note it on my spreadsheet yet. I will now, and I keep it protected. Now, what I'm doing today, and I've been bad about not doing this. I'm just like everybody else. I'm not perfect, but I'm working on getting better. So my little spreadsheet that I keep, what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to keep track of the ones that I have set up. And I'm going to go through and protect the other ones. So now that I've done that, I'll have an indication I need to go through and check the others. But long story short, now I've done this with MRO, I can go out about my day. I can do my job. I can play with the kids. I can go shopping, whatever. And I don't have to keep looking at my phone. I don't have to keep watching my position every couple minutes. It's protected. If the price drops, I'm going to sell it. I'll keep that 25%. Say it drops back down to 0% at that value where I bought it before. Great. That's perfect. I have no problem with that. And if I feel like the market has bottomed out at that point, I'm going to turn around and buy it again. And this is how a lot of people make a lot of money. That, in other words, they don't look for the super big gain. They just try to pick up the small gains as the stock follows the market. You have a rally, prices go up, the rally peters out and it falls apart, the stock drops back down. Had I done this back before that day I was at the beach on each of my positions, I would have made 25%. And most of these securities dropped back down to zero and less than zero. So I could have easily have made another 25 to 30% off of most of my positions had I been doing this before. So anyhow, let my hindsight become your foresight. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. My email is jerrykite, JERRYKYTE, @gmail.com. Shoot me an email. Put in the subject matter something about, following my channel on YouTube, and I'll get back to you. Okay? Hope you're having a great day.